Hello, everyone. Hey, so first and foremost, this is my wife, Jackie. I want to introduce her to everybody. She's joining me today to go over our five worst things in the Philippines since we've been here for 6 months.
Hi everyone.
Excellent. So, and trust me, we both talked about this. It was kind of like trust me, there's honorable mentions as well, but we boiled it down to five. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and start. Coming in at number five, animals.
Lots of dog in here.
Lots of dogs, cats, right? Neutering and spading isn't really a thing here. I mean, they do it, right? Because we had two of our dogs spaded. But it's kind of expensive for the normal average Filipino, so people aren't doing it, right? So if you don't do it, and they roam the streets a lot, which they do in certain cities, there's gonna be a lot of puppies and kittens everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
So therefore you see a lot of dogs. Now some cities like
Marikina,
Marikina, where your family, some of your family lives.
yeah. And Baguio.
Baguio as well, yeah. Outstanding. I mean, you don't see a stray dog anywhere. If you see a dog, you see someone walking it on a leash or what have you. It's very rare to see a dog running around, which is great. But I mean, if you do love dogs or cats or whatever and want a free dog, I'm sure you can get one. But not only dogs and cats, roosters, right?
Yeah.
Those things cock-a-doodle-doo like nonstop. And my wife and I, we live amongst in a Filipino community, right? And not too far away, there's a cockpit, right? Where they do cockfighting. It's legal here. So this is kind of a popular area, I guess, for people to have their own pet cocks. Oh, that doesn't sound right. But roosters that they train to cockfight. But there's a lot in this area, and we hear them like not just in the morning. We hear them at night as well.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're enjoying a nice cool breeze, window open, you hear a couple roosters doing their thing, cock-a-doodle doing. But it is what it is. That's our number five worst thing since we've been here. Coming in at number four is weather.
Oh my God, it's so hot in here.
It's not hot right now.
Oh man,
Come on.
it's for me. It's hot still.
It's hot, but it's not hot comparably to like really like when we got here in April, right? Been here 6 months. It was hot, right? I ain't lying. It was hot. It was dry. There was no rain. It was humid,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my God.
That was hot, right? We're like, holy shit! I don't remember shucks. I don't remember being here when it was this hot before, because we'd come pretty much once a year, but it's always a vacation before retirement, right? I think you stayed for 3 or 4 months,
4 months,
one time
yeah.
before, but that was during like typhoon season, right?
Yeah.
So, but during the hot months, essentially the end of February to beginning of May, kind of.
I think July start in July.
So it's hot until July?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I thought there was some
It
rain.
might start raining in July.
June, July.
Yeah.
So pretty much March, April, May is your hot months. It's real. I mean, it's close to it, but so yeah, you'll run your AC a lot. You probably have a larger electricity bill during those months, because I know we had ours on probably 4 or 5 nights out of the week. Because if there's a nice cool breeze, we could bear it, but get a good night's sleep, turn that AC on. But not only the heat, right? Certain times of the year is typhoon season. That's kind of July to the end of the year,
yeah.
pretty much, I think. I mean, we are in October. There might be a typhoon in a couple of weeks. We've already experienced one, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't even a direct hit, but it was kind of bad. Our street got flooded for the first time, from what I heard from the neighbors and other people that lived here for a while, ever.
Yeah, never applied.
Our street's never been flooded. Actually, I did a video on that a few videos back. If you guys want to check that out. But yeah, so weather, the heat, and the typhoons. Typhoons stressful because we did lose power, right? You lose power, you start like, oh my gosh, when are they going to get it back up? You know, we have the internet, we have our freezer full of meat or whatever, right? It just puts you in a little panic mode. Like, I think one time, even during a typhoon, we didn't have any water either, right?
You have water, but it's like brown.
Oh yeah, it was brown. It was like nasty,
Coming out brown.
and it was trickling out too. It wasn't the normal
I
pressure.
think it's coming out like a dirt something.
Yeah, who knows, right? But all these streets were flooded. It was crazy. I mean, a couple kilometers away, they had 6-8 feet of water, right? It was like super crazy. The whole first floor was just covered in water. And then actually, Marikina again, right? You have relatives that pretty much once a year, their house completely gets flooded. It's from the weather, the typhoon. If it rains heavy, they open up the floodgates for the dam of wherever the reservoir is, and that poor little city gets wiped out. But they're used to it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you ever get used to something like that. But what weather can be really, really bad. So we'll move on to our next one. Coming in at number 3 is driving.
Yeah, driving here is really bad.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice. We have our own vehicle, especially when it's hot out. You get in your vehicle, turn the aircon on, and whatever. But it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? It's nice, cooled off a little bit. You're driving your own ride. You're not, breathing in exhaust from buses, tricycles, jeepneys, other cars, whatever. But it's slow. It's slow. Most roadways are 2 lanes, and then a lot of times there's other vehicles kind of parked in your lane that you're driving in, so you always got to be wary of someone parking on the side of the road to do whatever, right? It happens. But that's something that you just have to go around and be extra careful. But it's stressful. Also stressful, you can't get anywhere quickly. All right? You're not going to, let me cruise over there real quick. Oh, I'm late for work. Let me speed, right? There's none of that here. You're not going to be speeding. What will drive you nuts is you get stuck behind a tricycle, a jeepney. They don't want to merge if they're like really slow. They don't want to merge over and let you get past them. For some reason, I don't get it, but it doesn't matter. Once you get past them, then you get behind like a big old bus or a big old truck, right? And you get past them finally, you're so happy, and then now you're behind 20 cars because some bus or truck is just going super slow. It's just like, ugh. But I mean, you get used to it. You can deal with that. You just get used to it. Okay, just take your time. My wife and I talk to each other, do whatever, talk about what we're gonna do when we get to wherever. But you just kind of get used to it. Listen to music, whatever, right? There's always something unique to see when you're driving, but not unique enough to make it enjoyable. But the worst driving is when you get to Manila,
Oh yeah.
right? If you're in a big city like Manila, oh my gosh, talk about snail, right? You would get there. What was it? Where were we going to? LTO, like their DMV here, I think. We had like 2 kilometers to go. 2 kilometers, and it took us like 45 minutes. 45 minutes. We were just like stopped there. And I used the Waze app. Waze works here in the Philippines, and it's pretty accurate. And it even said that. That's why I was like, 45 minutes, right? There was no accidents. We're just sitting there waiting. I mean, they even have driving restrictions here, right? Certain days of the week, if your license plate number ends in a certain number, certain days of the week, you can't even drive. They won't allow you to drive, so you got to plan accordingly, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you can drive, but there's just windows, certain hours that you can drive during your restricted day in only certain cities, right? So you got to be up on that. But driving is pretty stressful, and it's something you can get used to, but it's on our list, right? So there's 3 things, 2 to go. Coming in at number 2 is pollution. Pollution's bad here, guys. You see it everywhere. It's kind of sad, you know, when you see someone throw something on the street. And not only just throwing trash, you get behind like a trike or a jeepney, you're on your motorcycle, you're just eating exhaust. I don't know if they do smog checks or whatever here, but you just eat it. Bus, oh my gosh, it's just horrible. It's not too bad in smaller provinces or whatever. And we don't live in a big city, but this one certain highway to get to the market and this little tiny mini mall, it's just like so many trikes and tricycles and motorcycles and jeepneys. It's just like a smog fest. It's just like crazy. Not only that, neighbors, I don't care where you live. Maybe it's different in some places, kind of like Marikina, right? You don't see dogs or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no really pollution there either,
Well, they
right?
have a lot too there.
Pollution?
Yeah.
In Marikina? It seems
Yeah.
kind of clean.
It's clean. So you don't
Baguio
have,
seemed clean too.
yeah, Baguio is the one is no pollution, and Marikina have a lot. But you don't have trash can outside.
But there's no dogs.
There's no dog. Yeah, it's clean.
Okay. But, I mean, you see, there's some cities that are really clean and beautiful, but most aren't. I don't care where you go, there's a couple blocks from poverty somewhere, right? I mean, it's really unfortunate. I feel sorry for a lot of people, but that's how it is here. A lot of poverty, a lot of pollution, and pollution can even be like sewer, right? Mm-hmm. Like we live by a lake. There's no way I would go in that lake, or no way. I see squatters build houses and do whatever, and right by the lake, and they ain't building themselves a septic system. It's probably going into the lake. So. I don't fault them. I fault just how things have been done for a long time. I'm sure it will get better eventually, but right now that's another form of pollution. Also, fires, right? Constant fires burn everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying like, oh, a fire, like not a forest fire. It's where people will throw all their stuff in a pile, their trash. It could be bottles, whatever, paper, whatever's in a trash, right? And sometimes rubber, it's like plastic, it's just, you don't know what you're breathing sometimes. And sometimes it's like, it's not too bad depending on which way the wind's blowing, but I know we woke up one morning and we thought our house was on fire, right? It was so bad. It smelled so bad. And if you wake up to like something like that, it's just like, that is one thing that really gets you upset. And like, what the hell, right? It can be bad at times. I mean, you get used to it. You see it everywhere. But like I said, if you know someone's burning, shut your windows, and then stay the opposite end of where the wind's blowing, I guess. So that was our fourth one, last one, the final. And if you guys, like I said, if you have any other ones that we haven't named, leave it down in the comments. I'm kind of curious. So our number one worst thing that we don't like here after 6 months is customer service, right?
Everything's slow.
That's slow motion. And some people that live here don't really notice it. But OFWs and foreigners, we notice it because it's a totally different mode of customer service. There's just no urgency, I think, sometimes. For example, the bank, all right? You want to withdraw some cash out of your account. You go inside the bank, and I think one time you sat in there for an hour waiting just to withdraw money, right? It's like they give her a ticket, like, ding, you're number 2, right? Next thing you know, a person comes in with a handicap and they go to the front of the line. And it takes, even though you're first, say you're first, right? There's still like a process, right? Paperwork, questions why you're withdrawing, this and that, who's your firstborn. I don't know, right? It's just a long process of whatever you have to do. But if my wife's waiting to withdraw out of her account and someone handicapped comes in, well, she's got to wait for that person to be served first. Say the handicapped guy is just now finishing and then a senior citizen comes in, she has to wait again, right? So we get penalized until we're older. Few more years, I think. For me, anyway. But customer service sucks. The bank sucks. You go to a grocery store, buy all your groceries. We needed a fan one time. It's like, okay, I'll go get in line. But what about the fan? Oh, wait, let's get this fan. You wait for someone to come over, say, I want to get this fan, right? You got to tell them that you want it. You can't just take it up to the counter because they have to test it. Make sure it works.
I mean,
right?
it's good that way now, but still.
I mean, it works, at least, right? You're not getting a lemon. Although I brought one home one time and it didn't have the right part, or was missing a part, and I had to take it back, which was a pain in the butt. But long story short, you wait for them, plug it in, see it runs, right? Debox it. It's running. Oh, okay. Put it back in the box. They give you a ticket. Now you can go to the cashier and get all your groceries.
First.
Yeah, get all your groceries and whatever, right? And that's usually a line because it's just Zombieville, right? I don't know why it goes so slow, but it does. And they have big cart, small cart area. It's like there's no like 10 items or less or whatever. It's just big cart or small cart. And then one time I think we had a bunch of small stuff, but no one was in the big cart line. We're like, let's just go over here, right? No, excuse me, sir. No, you can't be here. You have the small cart. It's like, are you kidding me? So remember, we got the big cart that was right by it. I put all my stuff, which wasn't much, into the big cart, and I said, how about now? Oh yeah, that's okay, sir. It's like, I'm like, But it's just slow motion. Even if you're walking, you want to walk somewhere to with a handyman's, like their hardware place. I remember it's like kind of narrow and people are just walking really slow, right? Just customers, just like, what's going on? It's like you feel like you're caught behind zombies. It's just like, but that's us. Maybe it's just the area we live in and some of the experiences that we've had around here, but I think other places we've been to, it's kind of
Same.
frustrating as well, right? Now, hotels aren't too bad, or restaurants.
A little bit.
You know, I mean, but you could say the same thing if you're in Europe or U.S. or whatever. You know, you always have those little problems wrong with restaurants or whatever. But I'd say more times than not, it's retail areas, banks. Although I do like the gas stations, they come out and pump the gas for you. It's pretty cool. I like that part. But that's it. That's our 5 worst things after 6 months. So we are going to talk about, and we've talked about some of it already, but our next video, we're going to do the 5 best things about the Philippines since we've been here. But for now, that's it. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment. Bye, guys.
Bye.